What's up, guys? Welcome to another YouTube video. Yes, it's your boy J Living TV. You already know. And yes, you did read that title correctly. Today, guys, we'll be talking about conspiracy theories. Now, for me, it's a historical moment because I didn't really think I was gonna make conspiracy theories videos on my channel because for me they're a little far-fetched. The first theory that we'll be talking about is the source. Now, there is two different types of theories that I do want to go ahead and comment on. And so, guys, the first one I do want to go ahead and jump into, right? Like I said, there is two types of theories for the Smurfs. Now, of course, the first one, I'm sure you've all heard about it, and that is that the Smurfs, yes, they're all wearing white. Yeah, the only part, that is blue is their body, but overall they have a pointy hat. They're wearing white, and they look like the KKK, right? Now, of course, you have Papa Smurf that jumps right into this as well. That it does go with the theory that Papa Smurf is the only one wearing red, and so when you look into it, of course, the leader of the KKK is the only one wearing red, right? And of course, like I said, this, something that I do want to go ahead and point out is the cat's name, Azrael. In the Abrahamic religion, the cat is actually the angel of destruction, right? Or so they say. So it fits right into the whole KKK type of spirit whenever you talk about that conspiracy theory alone. Now, the second one, for me, is not that far-fetched. And it really does give me the creeps. And now, for that, we are talking about the 7 deadly sins being part of the Smurfs. Now, if you look at it, the whole characters of the Smurfs, the ones that they always focus on every episode. So, guys, we have lust, we have envy, we have pride, we have gluttony, and for those of y'all that don't know what gluttony means, is whenever you eat a lot. We have sloth. Now, I said sloth, guys, I didn't say slut, okay? So it's sloth, right? So we have greedy and anger. So with all of those in mind, guys, if you really look at the Smurfs and you look at the base of all these characters that once every time they come out in every episode, that's basically what the 7 deadly sins are, right? And then if you look at Gargamel and you look at the cat, once more the cat fits right perfectly into this section of this theory. And that is because if you look at the cat is actually, the name of the cat, once again, is Azrael, right? And of course, Gargamel looks like a priest from back then, right? From centuries before. And when, like I said, now in this version, the cat actually, for the Hebrew religion, it means angel of God or helper from God. So if you look at Gargamel and the cat always teaming up to try to capture these, these Smurfs, there's really not so much of a crazy theory. It actually does fit right into it. But before I go into anything else, I do want to talk about my second theory, right? And that is SpongeBob, guys. So when we talk about SpongeBob, SpongeBob has the same thing as the Smurfs. Once again, we go into lust, gluttony, envy, greed. But in this case, I'll tell you exactly who each one is because I do want y'all to, next time y'all see SpongeBob or y'all see the Smurfs, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about, and your mind is just gonna be blowing by the time you see this, these episodes of SpongeBob. Let's go ahead and just get right into it. We talk about Patrick being the sloth, right? Mr. Krabs being the greedy one. He's always wanting the money. Sandy, guys. Where is Sandy from? Texas. Guys, from Texas. What happened last time they took Whataburger from us? Hashtag not sponsored, but what happened when they took Whataburger from us? We were very prideful. We made a whole bunch of memes. And you see what happened. So Sandy, being from Texas, of course she's going to be the prideful one, right? And like I said, we got Gary being the gluttony one, Plankton being the envious one, and then, of course, we have SpongeBob, guys, with lust. And of course, SpongeBob is always wanting to be, the upper one, the one that's always sudden, these guys don't ever want to change. They always want to be the same, right? So we talk about being changed, right? And then we have this other character named Guy, which he's also a caveman, but apparently seems to be one of the smartest cavemen, right? He apparently created, fire. He did, he had so much ideas, right? But this guy, since the beginning, he's always talking about wanting to go to tomorrow, wanting to go to, to the sun. So basically, if you look at it, he wants to go to heaven maybe because his parents died, right? So he wants to meet with them again. And going right into the last part of the movie, we look at the movie as the movie goes into a section where the whole land is breaking up and the dad has to make a decision whether it is, and of course a dad is always going to make the best decision for their kids, and that decision was to throw their kids to the other side without knowing what was actually on the other side. You don't know what's on the other side. She just threw her, throws his whole family to the other side, right? Along with Guy, this new character they met. And at that point, then the whole land is getting destroyed. The dad almost dies, right? And he ends up being in a small cave. And that's when the dad, gets with the cat. Now, can you imagine for 1 second? Because it is a little far-fetched, but can you imagine for 1 second when we think about, okay, the dad already threw everybody. The dad doesn't have anything to live for because at this point, he is all he has, right? So, what if the cat and the dad actually died together when the rocks fell and everything else? But the family, when he threw them, actually died as well, right? And at that point, we talk about how the dad ends up going to the other side as well. He ends up making it, right? He ends up making it to tomorrow. He ends up making it to the sun. So can you really just for 1 second think that they all actually just died and made it to heaven? Now, guys, that one gives me a bit of the chills because, like I said, once again, it is a kid's movie. And like I said, I don't think I've heard this conspiracy theory before. It might just be something I'm making up. But definitely let me know in the comments what you think about it. If you've seen the movie, comment on what you actually think. And let me know. Hit me up in the comments and let me know what you think about this movie, guys. So this next theory that we're going to talk about is actually two of my favorite ones. More precisely, we're going to talk about subliminal messages that actually come out in these two songs that I decided to pick out. And of course, I'm sure you've heard about one of them, and that is being Led Zeppelin's song, Stairway to Heaven. And Stairway to Heaven, if you play it backwards, guys, there is a subliminal message about Satan. After actually hearing this song, it really does. It really does give me the chills, guys. I don't know about y'all, but it does give me the chills. When you play the song backwards, guys, you hear in the song, "Here's to my sweet Satan." Now really think about it. Why would the song say, "Here's to my sweet Satan"? And then it goes on to say the next thing. And to me, that's just, it's chilling, guys, to actually really, put your mind to it and make up words of what it's actually saying. One of the things, guys, that I do want to mention about the actual band of Led Zeppelin is that this song, guys, the actual lead guitarist, that, is in the band, he was actually into the occult. He was actually into Satanism as well. He was a He was such a huge fan of it that he even decided to even go buy a house that was actually previously owned by someone from the occult, from someone that usually practiced Satanism in there. So you don't know what kind of things were in this house actually. If we really do want to talk about paranormal, right? We talk about how this guy actually went and bought a house from a guy that used to do Satanism, or that still does it. It's outrageous to actually talk about that, and to actually, think that this guy could actually became famous and is one of the best lead guitarists out there because of that matter. Because this guy is actually, he made a pact with the devil, maybe. So the next theory, guys, that I do want to go ahead, and we're gonna go ahead and end with this one. We're gonna talk about the Eagles, guys, and to be precise, the song Hotel California. Now, in Hotel California, you play the song, you can actually play the whole song backwards, and according to many people, it has many subliminal messages, just like the song from Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven. But on this one, guys, it says pretty much something similar to talking about Satan, right? It has a very clear subliminal message. The small part of the song that I want to go ahead and focus on, it says, in the middle of the night to hear them say, right? If you play that backwards, to many people, this is what they hear. Okay, so really after watching this clip of playing it backwards, guys, if you and I are on the same topic and are on the same page, then we can clearly say that this song says, yeah, Satan hears this, and then it goes on to say, guys, he had me believe. So really put some headphones on, play both of these songs. I even dare you to even try it at night, maybe when all the lights are off, there's not one single light. Play those two songs, guys, and actually tell me those songs are not horrifying if you hear them backwards. So there you go, guys. Those are the 5 conspiracy theories that I really wanted to go ahead and give a touch or give my complete comments on them. And like I said, some of them may be far-fetched. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know what you think about the Smurfs, or let me know what you think about the songs Hotel California or Stairway to Heaven. And definitely let me know what you think about the cruise, guys. Am I being a little far-fetched, or am I actually pretty much kind of came up with a conspiracy theory of my own? Let me know, guys, in the comments. Definitely, if this video gets more than 100 likes, guys, I definitely promise you that I will make another conspiracy theory video. I'm not a huge fan of them, but definitely I will do it for y'all. And guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. I make videos every Monday, or at least I try to make them every Monday. But of course, guys, I'm always there for y'all. Hit me up in the comments, like my page on Facebook and Instagram, and of course, guys, JLivingTV official on my Instagram and Facebook. So make sure you give it a big thumbs up, guys. Make sure you comment on my videos, and of course, make sure you watch the other videos I have. Just know they're always watching and they're always hearing. #TexasUnknown, guys. Till next time.